With the 151st pick in the 2024 NFL Draft, the Indianapolis Colts select Missouri safety Jaylon Carlies. Now, as a Mizzou fan, I was not quite sure where Jaylon Carlies would land in this draft heading into this weekend. I honestly didn't see him as a guy that would be an NFL draft pick until talks really started during the pre-draft process of him shooting up boards, because he tested really well and he showed out at Mizzou's Pro Day and teams like his measurables. I mean, he's a 225-pound safety that runs a 4.5 40, physical specimen, big dude, can play corner, played safety at Mizzou, played a little bit of corner. He also was a wide receiver in high school, very athletic, plays all over the field. But this is a really interesting pick to me for the Indianapolis Colts, because out of all the Mizzou guys in this draft, and I'm sure you guys have heard of most of them, the Chris Abrams-Drains of the world and Ennis Rakestraw, those guys went earlier in the draft than Jaylon Carlies. But Jaylon Carlies might end up having the best NFL career out of all of them, and that's because there's been a lot of talks about Carlies moving to linebacker at the NFL level, a dime linebacker. And that's really interesting to me. That would kind of fit like the Drew Tranquil mold of someone who is a linebacker but almost runs and plays like a safety. That definitely describes Carlies. And if he's able to thrive as like a box safety or a dime linebacker in the NFL level, it wouldn't surprise me at all. He has the physical tools. He scored an above 8 RAS score, an 8 out of 10. And I think that this could end up being a potential steal in the NFL draft, a late round defensive back. I really would have liked to see him land on the Chiefs in the later rounds, because Brett Veach is great with day 3 defensive backs, but it makes sense that the Indianapolis Colts would go ahead and follow that philosophy, given that Chris Ballard used to be in the Chiefs front office and worked with Brett Veach. Maybe he's trying to find kind of the same type of player here in the later rounds. I think it's a really good value. I wasn't too sure where he would go, honestly. Some people thought he'd go undrafted. I didn't see him as an NFL draft pick. I mean, he was solid at Mizzou, but he was never someone that could be consistently relied upon in coverage. He takes some bad angles sometimes when tackling, like some really bad angles. That's something that's going to have to get coached up at the NFL level if he wants to take that next step. But I understand teams falling in love with the measurables here in the athletic traits, and in the NFL draft, it's all about traits, what traits you possess. And Jaylon Carlies, if you do look at his traits, they project a very high ceiling if he can get the right coaching. So Indianapolis Colts fans, this is a very exciting pick. This is an intriguing pick. We'll see what happens with him. I'm excited to see what happens. I'm going to be following him closely in training camp and preseason, because I feel potential with this one. He has the potential to be the best Mizzou player from this class, even though not a lot of people thought that way of him heading into this thing. So you got to love the size and the length of Carlies and the ability to play both cornerback and safety, and then also, like I said, linebacker. Just the versatility here is something that is really appealing. Athletic background, playing all those different positions and playing wide receiver coming out of high school. He's definitely a little bit eager. He likes to over pursue. Something that's going to have to just come with coaching. He's going to have to learn patience. He's going to have to learn to read the quarterback's eyes a little bit better. He got caught lacking a lot in coverage at Mizzou when it came to covering some of the faster receivers and being in deep coverage. That's not really what I would try to do with him. This is a guy that's going to be a box safety, a dime linebacker type of player in your defensive backfield. So if he's going to succeed, that's where he needs to be, in my opinion. But yeah. So those are my thoughts on Jaylon Carlies landing with the Indianapolis Colts. Hopefully you guys enjoy this insight, and just yet another Mizzou draft pick. Mizzou, as I'm recording this video, has had 6 players taken in this draft, which I believe leads the SEC. So fantastic draft cycle for the Missouri Tigers. But with all that being said, make sure you like, share, and subscribe so more people can find this. And make sure you check out my work on showmefootball.com and arrowheadaddict.com. I'll see you all in the next one. Take care.